Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for November 16th, 2013. It's currently 7:52 a.m. It's cloudy outside on this Saturday morning. We have a few isolated showers here and there over Philadelphia and Long Island and Connecticut. Otherwise, most locations are cloudy with temperatures in the lower to mid 40s along the coast and upper 30s to lower 40s over the interior. Now, what can we expect for today? Well, this disturbance is going to exit off the coast and will not be much of an impact for much longer. Again, just a few isolated showers out there. Otherwise, just cloudy outside. And for this afternoon, look for scattered cloud cover with temperatures rising into the lower to mid 50s throughout the entire Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. So we're pretty much averaging near normal. On the surface map, we have high pressure sitting pretty much right over us. It's starting to shift off the coast. And as it's doing so, it's going to lead to a southwesterly wind dominating much of the eastern United States. And that, of course, means we're going to be warming up. So, for example, with the southwesterly wind, we're going to look at temperatures rebounding very nicely. By tomorrow morning, we're going to look at low temperatures pretty much where our high temperatures are going to be. Basically around upper 40s to lower 50s. And then the highs tomorrow are going to be in the lower to mid 60s. That's pretty warm for this time of year. It's roughly about 10 to 15 degrees above normal. So it's going to be pretty warm out there for tomorrow afternoon with scattered cloud cover in place. It's going to be a very nice day out there. Now, here's our radar. Again, this disturbance has more bark than bite here. A lot of this is not reaching the ground at all. And we'll exit out into the Atlantic with no further influences on the weather pattern. Otherwise, everything's pretty much dry out here in eastern Pennsylvania and in western New York, and we can expect the same by this afternoon. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see that disturbance rapidly exiting off the coast. High pressure is dominating over the Atlantic and building throughout the eastern United States. This warm front here is going to be something to watch for the plains. It's going to produce a potential for some pretty impressive potential severe weather over locations like Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas. So it's going to be something to keep an eye on out here. It could get pretty dangerous out here by later this afternoon and for tomorrow. This cold front here is what's going to move through the region on Monday with scattered showers and pretty much ending the warm temperatures that we're going to be experiencing for tomorrow and for much of the day on Monday before that cold front moves through. Now, I think the GFS MOS is being a bit aggressive with the warm temperatures here. I don't think we're going to see 70 degrees, but I do think we're going to be pretty warm with temperatures in the mid 60s. Again, a lot of this has to do with the timing of the cold front. If you lean more towards the European model guidance, that cold front is going to move through a little bit faster, and these temperatures are not going to be as warm. If you go with the GFS model guidance, and the cold front is delayed until the evening hours, which allows plenty of warm air to invade the northern Mid-Atlantic and lead to a very brief but very warm period of weather. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance on the Penn State EWOL website using the European model guidance. Again, for today, high pressure is pretty much in control. Temperatures will rebound into the lower to mid 50s throughout the region. Tomorrow, low temperatures around 50 degrees. Look for upper 40s to lower 50s. High temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s over the interior. Lower to mid 60s everywhere else. And for the most part, we're going to be dealing with dry conditions. There's plenty of dry air in the atmosphere, but there will be some scattered cloud cover. Now, on Monday, the question is, when does the cold front move through? If the cold front moves through more in the morning hours, look for high temperatures basically in the mid to upper 50s. However, if the cold front is delayed, then temperatures are going to be able to spike into the mid to upper 60s. Could touch 70 degrees, but I'm not buying it yet. There is about a 10-hour difference between the passage of the cold front in the GFS and the European model guidance in terms of when the cold air gets into the region. So we'll have to watch that and see how exactly that evolves over the next 24 hours on the model guidance. But right now, I'm leaning more towards the European model guidance here. Look for showers on Monday morning. Some of those showers will be heavy at times, followed by clearing skies in the afternoon and evening hours with some windy conditions. Those high temperatures are going to happen early, most likely in the late morning hours, and then fall off through the afternoon into the 50s and the 40s. High pressure will be in complete control for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with tranquil weather conditions. Temperatures averaging pretty much near normal, upper 40s to lower 50s for highs. Low temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s, so pretty much where we should be for this time of year. Then on Friday, as I was saying yesterday, it looks like we're going to have a little brief warm up with temperatures bumping up into the mid to upper 50s ahead of a very strong Arctic cold front. And then the bomb drops out on Saturday with temperatures struggling to break 40 degrees as we have plenty of Arctic air just invading the Great Lakes and driving south and east towards the east coast. Then we'll have to watch out for this disturbance right here. Now, let me just jump ahead to 240 hours. We'll do this real fast. Now, what concerns me here is this disturbance here and another disturbance that is developing up here. Because as we move forward in time over the next 8, 9, and 10-day period, this disturbance here and this disturbance here will interact. And how they interact will determine exactly what type of low pressure track we're going to be developing here. Yesterday, the European model guidance was a bit colder, a little bit more interesting, because this upper level low was a bit more defined out here. You had your high pressure system up here, and your low pressure system, this disturbance was down here. This is right here is an example of what happens if you have a disturbance phase a little bit too early. Then you have all this 500 millibar heights build up over the east coast. It warms up ahead of that storm, and you end up with basically rain. Again, look at this day 9. You got plenty of Arctic air just sitting here over New England and also the northern mid-Atlantic, even down to the southern mid-Atlantic. And you have this disturbance approaching. So how these two interact by the 10th day of this forecast period, or right around Thanksgiving, will determine exactly what type of weather event we're going to be dealing with around Thanksgiving. But I do expect a storm to develop for Thanksgiving. The question is, what type of precipitation are we going to be dealing with, and what type of storm track we're going to be dealing with. Will this upper level low shift more towards the Canadian Maritimes, cause a block and force this whole system to move south and then up the coast? Or will this upper level low shift more towards Greenland and allow this whole complex here to basically track towards the Great Lakes, leading to a wet and possibly windy and likely a warm Thanksgiving? The difference here is the difference of about 15 degrees in surface temperatures and only precipitation type. So something to definitely keep an eye on as we move forward in time. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.